Now he is the host. Sir is the host. You can go.
Okay, so yeah. So what we are talking about is yeah.
Communication.
Right, sir. Yeah, this one. So we are talking about communication, like how important communication is, right? If communication breaks down, we may, face misunderstandings. There might be conflicts, and it might, a lot of sufferings. We can, face a lot of sufferings. And in order to prevent and resolve these issues, communication skills have to be, more precise. So let's explore some simple yet powerful ways to foster effective communication, healthy conflict resolution in our staff room. See, sorry. So whenever we talk about communication, we only people think that it is just speaking. Not everyone, many of them. So communication isn't just about speaking. It is about listening, understanding, and responding in a way that strengthens relationship. I hope you all agree to this.
Yes, ma'am.
So, yeah. So let's look at some, essential do's and don'ts for effective communication in the staff room. So do's are listen actively. This is very important. Listening is very important. So listen actively instead of waiting for your turn to speak. Most of the time we see that people don't listen. They are only, they're in a hurry to speak. Okay. So instead of waiting for your turn to speak, you just listen carefully. So that can, help you to understand your colleagues, your friends or colleagues' perspective. Then use professional and respectful language. This is very important. See, you should choose words that build bridges, not walls. So I believe in this. So we have to speak in such a way, we should use such, respectful language that you have a scope of meeting or talking to that person in the future as well. That's the reason you should, build bridges that you can connect each other, not walls that blocks you and you cannot even communicate with the other person. So no, give constructive feedback, like instead of criticizing, offer solutions and suggestions to your colleagues. Clarify instead of assuming. This most of us, actually, many of them have seen that they keep assuming things and they put themselves into trouble. So I always suggest don't assume on anything. If you have something, if you're unsure about anything, please ask questions rather than making assumption that can lead to misunderstanding. So these things these are the tools. And don'ts are interrupting others, engaging in personal attacks, speaking misinformation. So all these things have to be avoided. So now, which of these do's and don'ts do you see commonly practiced or ignored in your staff room? Do you want me to repeat it again?
The third one, giving a constructive feedback.
So we normally don't get.
Because no, we don't give feedback to each other. In fact, there is in our school there is an initiative called Observe Me. So one teacher invite other teachers to observe their classes, and so that they can observe and they can share a feedback. But usually, what I have seen it after observation, they don't give a feedback. They don't share the feedback. At least we should appreciate that particular teacher for giving that opportunity to invite that particular teacher to observe the class. And you definitely have some or the other learning takeaway from any class that you enter into.
Sure.
So that feedback is very important.
Right. So there is no point of observing when you're not giving a feedback, right?
Yes, yes, absolutely. Yes.
Okay, and someone else has written something. I missed it out. It was about some, I think, clarity instead of assuming. I saw someone giving that answer. Okay, so let us go to the next slide. So the next slide, sir. So, even with great communication, disagreements are inevitable. We all know that, right? So, but disagreements don't have to turn into conflicts. So here are simple 3-step strategies that I have just written, like pause and reflect, discuss privately and respectfully, and find common grounds and move forward. So these 3 steps, if we follow, it's obvious that we have a disagreement because we are individuals and we think our thought processes are different. So that might there might be times when we may disagree, but we should always keep in mind that that should not turn to conflicts. So we should pause whenever you find you come into that situation. Pause and reflect, discuss privately and respectfully, and find common grounds and move forward. So that is very important. The next slide, sir. So, as we have seen, effective communication and respectful conflict resolution help maintain professionalism in the staff room. But communication alone isn't enough. We need to actively build a positive staff room culture where respect, teamwork, and support becomes the norm. Okay, so we know we are discussing, we are communicating, but making the staff room itself, the culture of the staff room to be positive, that is very important. So how can we do that? We can just do that by, encouraging teamwork and collaboration, providing professional and personal support, celebrating success and milestone. This is very important. Whenever someone succeeds in something, let us just appreciate them with a small message or just an email appreciating their efforts. This is very important, right? Then creating a welcoming environment, like maintain a friendly, inclusive space where everyone, regardless of experience or background, they feel comfortable and respected. So, these are the few positive staff room cultures that we have to practice. Okay, so next slide, sir. So, key takeaways, let us just reiterate what we have learned, what we have done till now. So, as we wrap up, let us reflect on what we have learned today. We have learned professionalism and respect that creates a better work environment. Ethical dilemmas should be handled with integrity and fairness, right? And then effective communication, it fosters teamwork and reduces conflicts. So this is what is the key takeaway from today's session. I hope you all enjoyed it. So next slide, sir. Thank you. Thank you all for your active participation today. I hope this session gave you some valuable insights into staff room ethics and professionalism. So before we wrap up, I would like to, have your thoughts.
People who would like to ask your queries are welcome. You can ask your queries to the resource person. We feel very much happy to answer them.
Ma'am, I have got a question. Actually, it's a situation that my colleague is facing. See, we have got 2 staff rooms. One is for the primary section and one is for the primary
Sorry.
section. Other staff room is for the kindergarten section.
Okay.
So now what happens is many of the kindergarten teachers have got friends in the primary section, the senior
Okay.
teachers. What the senior teachers do is that they come during their free periods and they occupy the seats of the kindergarten teachers who are not present there for some, because kindergarten teachers are also sitting with class 1 and 2 teachers. That kindergarten classroom also belongs to class 1 and 2 teachers.
Okay.
So these class 1 and 2 teachers call the primary teachers, 3, 4, 5 teachers who are senior teachers, and they occupy the seats of the kindergarten teachers. So when the kindergarten teachers get free and they come back, they see that the senior teachers are sitting on their seats and there is limited space. There are very few chairs. So in case your chair is occupied, you will only have to stand. There's no other option. So when my colleague faces a problem is that I come later on, but she comes earlier. So when she comes, she explained many times that, ma'am, when I come to the staff room, my seat is always occupied. They see me coming and yet they don't want to get up from my seat. I have no place to sit. I keep standing and looking at their face and they're least bothered. So I said, we'll see how to deal with it. So, ma'am, you please direct what could be the solution for this situation?
Yeah, I think that the best solution is you should talk. So you cannot just, you should be straightforward. That is your seat. It is assigned for you. So it is assigned by the management. The seat is assigned for you, right? So you have the rights to tell, and it can be in a polite way. Need not be, harsh or rude towards. You can just say that, ma'am, this is my seat. If you don't mind, can you please, take some
Yeah, but
other chair?
only that teacher, she's teaching for past 8, 9 years over there. She does not have the courage. She's also a senior teacher, but but she does not have the courage to say this.
No, but then
That please,
Then you should actually make sure that when you have a general discussion or a meeting, they should bring out this, whatever the concern is, in a general way. We can say that the assigned day where you can just talk to this authority or the person who is responsible to take care of all of this. To them, you can just approach them and tell them that this is the problem that you're facing and you need some solution for this. And they can just, it does not mean that you will just directly tell them on the face that you are occupying. It's not like that. You can generally tell everyone that whatever chair or whatever seat is assigned to you, make sure that you use only those seats. Right? So we can make it. And when the management gives this instructions, that things will be taken seriously. So when we are not able to do it from our end, we should approach the other person, right? The senior authority, whoever is responsible for it. I think that is the best way. I hope it is right. I don't know, Ravik sir. Do you think that this is right?
Whatever you have said is correct. However, management should ensure that all the teachers are feeling comfortable. They have to come up with basic, see, now a chair is a basic amenity,
Yeah.
isn't it? So wherever it is and whenever it is, all the staff members should be in a position to get a chair, and that facility has to be taken care by the supervisor or the administrator of the school, isn't it? That's
Correct. Correct.
Yes.
so everything is not the cup of tea of a principal or a management also.
Yeah.
There is an administrator and a supervisor in school who should ensure that logistics are in place at any point of time. So it is their duty. So in case you people find such sort of inconveniences existing, immediately you need to write. And so whenever we have a problem, we have to put it on a paper.
Yeah.
So that goes on a very professional note. Okay, if we are just speaking, what happens is काम भी नहीं होता है, नाम बचती है, बहुत
Yeah.
बोलते करके. Isn't it? Put it on a
Yeah.
paper and give it in a group.
That is
Okay.
right. Yeah.
Yes. And I wanted to share one of my thoughts, okay, because it's all about staff room.
Yes,
I've been
sir.
coming across many initiatives which are taken, worldwide these days, and I've observed that homeroom teaching is the best thing to have in middle school and secondary school. So that what happens is children also will have a very good change. So a teacher has to be accommodated properly with a, what do we say, spacious room wherein she can accommodate all the necessary TLMs and whatever is needed for teaching the set of students whom she has to teach. And the children will be going around these
Moving around.
classes
Yeah.
rather than teachers changing. So what happens is teacher is also at a place. See, generally at the age of a teacher, what happens is because of the stress and because of the work pressure that teacher has got, moving around is a problem, and teacher always feels like, yes, if I could have got some chance to not move around unnecessarily, isn't it? But for the energy levels of children, they can move around. So this idea, I believe it will really work well. And during lunch or something, the teacher can keep her room in lock and key, and she can go and she can, like have her lunch or have her coffee and come back. And now, how to have a good, friendly atmosphere at school? After the children leave the school, all the teachers can have a synergy sharing wherein they will come down to a common place wherein all the teachers can sit, have some coffee, eat something crunchy, and they can discuss about their day-to-day problems like a circle time for teachers. So head teachers and principals should ensure that such sort of work environment is there wherein things are not going toxic in nature. At the same time, it is happening on a very good note. If I would have been had a chance, I would have really done this, and I'm thinking about this to do in my school also. I don't know how it will happen. So जो फाउंडेशन तक टीचर्स है वो तो मदर टीचर्स ही रहेंगे. 3, 4, 5 तक जो टीचर्स है they will go around into the classes and they'll come and sit in the common area whenever they are free. जो high school teachers है उनको एक room दिए जाएगी and all the children will move as per the periods to the classes of the teachers. That's how
Nice
it
idea,
is.
sir. Actually, in US, I think this is what is the trend.
Ireland and US
Ah,
and UK in secondary schools, this is high
yeah,
schools, this is what happened.
yeah. My friend actually,
It's
she
a
says
really
that
good
it is,
thing.
she used to work here in India, my friend. Now she's in US. So she says that it's so nice. I need not move around. I can sit in my room.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah,
And it is administratively also very good. What
yeah.
happens is we issue many things to this teacher. So at the time of relieving, a teacher cannot say, I lost something. आपकी रूम है, आपकी कबोर्ड है, आपने सब कुछ रखा हुआ है, so you cannot say you are leaving. So everything of the teacher remains there. नोट्स होने दीजिए बच्चों के, टीचर की रैक में जितने भी 4 या 5 क्लासेस जहाँ पे भी टीचर पढ़ा रही है उन बच्चों के बुक्स होंगे, तो चिल्ड्रन ऑल्सो डोंट हैव दैट प्रॉब्लम ऑफ लूजिंग इन क्लास.
So most of the residential schools, they follow this system. Like I've been to various like when we take our children for some various competitions. So in most of the residential schools, I've observed that the system is there. They do
Okay,
follow, yeah. Mm.
yes. So in case if
Moreover,
we
no one can blame the teachers that she's 10 minutes late or 5 minutes late.
Yeah. That is
exactly
more important.
wonderful thing, isn't it, Punita ma'am?
Yeah.
So no one can blame and
Yes, sir.
जब भी
Very
हो,
good idea.
yeah, exactly. And it is easy for the principal and the coordinator and the what do we say, vice principal also to observe the classes. When you have new teachers and they are in the training period or induction period, क्या होता है कि you can go and constantly sit in that classroom only. टीचर का ही एक अलग सा रूम है ना, like you don't have to search the timetable ये टीचर कहाँ है करके, isn't it?
But sir, the discipline of the students is the main concern because they
तो उसके
make
लिए तो फ्लोर इंचार्जेस और पीईटी मास्टर्स है ना, वो लोग क्या करेंगे, वो तो फ्लोर में ही घूमते रहेंगे. And when they are going out of the classroom, they have to go quietly in a as per the policy.
sometimes they push other children while climbing down the stairs or
I mean, I
going up
don't
the
think in
stairs.
middle school and high school ये problem. I mean, we have to disciplinize them, I
सर हाई
suppose.
स्कूल में ही होगा.
Yeah, too much.
Maybe. So in every case, there is one advantage and
Yeah,
disadvantage.
yes.
It is all about how we are handling. It all depends upon the principal, how he or she is ensuring that the policy is, obeyed, and the policy is not obeyed. How is the policy being followed?
Carried. Oh.
Yeah, that's how it is. However, this is something, and indeed, it was a wonderful session and a unique topic, I should say, Parvati ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
हम बच्चों की वैल्यू एजुकेशन के बारे में तो बहुत बोल चुके हैं, आज स्टाफ रूम की एथिक्स के बारे में, and this is one of my favorite topics, I should say. But unfortunately, even I couldn't speak much about it. Yes, so teachers should also showcase some sort of ethics in the staff room. एक स्टाफ रूम ही बस है, अगर एक स्कूल को ऊंचाइयों में पहुंचना है, तो अगर एक
Yes.
स्कूल को like it has to come to crossroads also, staff room bus hai.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It all depends upon the
Yeah.
discussions which happen over there. So yes, and now may I request, so lots of appreciations from the on behalf of SNTTC and all the participants to the resource person of the day. We are
Thank
looking
you,
forward for
everyone.
much more sessions like this. And may I request someone to kindly give a feedback of yours so that it would be really motivating to the resource person. Lakshmi ma'am.
I was expecting, sir. She was actually, first of all, I need to thank you, sir, because she was not prepared actually. She was saying we had some issues and all wherein she wanted a break, but your motivation, like you said something, I don't know what you said, that she accepted and she made it happen. This PPT, she made it in a day. And I appreciate her. I was really admiring the way she was conducting or taking up the session. Before start, I could see the little tense in her face, but so confidently, so well she conveyed each and every point. I appreciate her for this session. It was a wonderful session. It's some few points were there which were like takeaway for me also. like she was talking about some conflicts and all, right, wherein how to deal with such conflicts in a pleasant way. So these are all the
especially
things that we
especially
all face it.
we belong to that group of people जहाँ पे एक स्क्रीन अकेला स्टाफ
True.
रूम के लिए डेडिकेटेड होता है कौन किसके साथ बैठा हुआ है करके
True, sir.
I
We
can
have
understand.
seen such set of people, right? So
Yeah,
what
exactly.
happens in staff room? She gave a true picture. Like we don't get a chance to get into the staff room and know what's actually happening around. But teachers can very well tell us like what happens exactly in staff room and how to deal it. It was a very elaborative and a wonderful session, and all because of you, sir. I would give the credit to you also.
Yes, yes, I too.
Thanks, Parvati
Actually, I
ma'am. It
was
was
not ready.
really good.
Thank you, Lakshmi ma'am.
So thank you,
I would have
Lakshmi.
felt good if someone else would have given me the feedback. This feedback
Yeah.
is home feedback. I can get it anytime.
May I request the Jyoti ma'am to speak a bit about today's session? Yeah. Jyoti ma'am, you're there? Okay, Preetham sir, please come forward. Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Parvati ma'am.
Yes,
Parvati
yes,
ma'am.
sir. Yes, sir.
I want to congratulate you for choosing a very unique topic, first thing. Because,
Yeah,
this is something, as Ravi sir rightly mentioned, any school, any institution, any management will fly high if the staff room environment is really very good.
yeah.
And you chose the core of this management goals, the staff room ethics and the staff room environment. That's a very nice topic. And the way you made it interactive, where actually educators from different corners, they came together and they discussed their own experiences. I heard one doubt also, which was like, there is lack of amenities when it comes to the staff room, and there is a conflict like who will sit on which chair. So all these kind of things, even I'm sitting in a place, I work for a school where amenities are fulfilled, but I also look at certain school where amenities are limited. So how's staff ethics? Staff must follow the staff ethic. That also is a very important matter of concern, and I'm happy that these kind of things were discussed today. So I want
Thanks
to
a lot,
congratulate you
Pratham.
for this one.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. Here, I would like to say that this topic was actually chosen by Ravikant, sir, for me. So I thank him for choosing this for me. Everything is for because of him, I can say. And thank you, Pritham, sir. And the way you actually answered also, I really love the way you answered, and the concerns that you shared. It was really very nice. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
So thank you, dear participants, and thank you, Parvati ma'am, for a
Thank you,
wonderful
sir.
session indeed. And now it's time that we would like to know more about we should know, I mean, how to grab a certificate for the session. Most of you people have been doing it. So those who wish to grab a certificate for this particular session needs to pay rupees 50 to the following number, 990-892-5730. I repeat it once again, 990-892-5730. You can use any online mode, Google Pay, Phone Pay, or Paytm, and ensure that you are sending the screenshot of the payment to the same WhatsApp number along with your name, the full name that you want on the certificate. Once you send that, within 24 hours, you will be getting your certificates to the WhatsApp. Okay. And this is all about how you are supposed to grab a certificate. So ensure that those who want a certificate are doing the payment by tomorrow morning itself. Because after that, it will be difficult because we have upcoming sessions also and we will be confused. The IT person who is making the certificates, he might get confused. That's how it is. So thank you so much, one and all, for joining, and looking forward to have you all tomorrow again. Yes. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
sir. Good night. Yeah, good night.